All right, folks, what I'm going to show you today is a tutorial on how to edit together sequential clips using the video editor built into your FCPS laptops. Okay, so I'm going to hit the Start menu, and I'm going to type video. Video editor is the name of the app. Okay, so I'm going to hit Open, and then what I'm going to do is pull in the sequence of images that I shot. You can see that I did one last week to test it out. So I'm going to ask for a new video project. Okay, and it says your project library is empty. Well, that is where video test stat 1. All right, so this is where we're going to add our images. Now, this assumes you've already shot some video clips, right? So, or not video clips, but still images for your stop motion. So I have a folder called Banana Stop Motion, and it has all these images that kind of go in sequence. I don't know if there's even an easy way to go to preview pane. All right, so if I run through these really quickly just by hitting the arrow right, you'll be able to see. Oh, nope. Okay, I have to go slower. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So you can see I just moved this banana around, and then other movements happen. So I want to take all of these images, all right, and I want to get them to play in a sequence as a film. So what I have to do is take all of the images. I'm going to hit Control A to select all of them. All right. You can also right click and ask for select all most times. It's not showing up now. Select one, right click, and then select all. Oh no, why did they do this? All right, so Control A. Everybody's going to have to do it the shortcut way. Control and the letter A on your keyboard. All right. So I'm going to ask this to be a little smaller because I want to see it overlap with our video editor. There's the video editor, and there's my folder for banana. I'm going to drag and drop all the banana pictures into the empty project library folder. It may take a little while to fire up. Also, you can go to the project library add button and probably do the same technique. And if this crashes, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Fun with technology. Okay, I got to close that. Go ahead and close my email as well. Try to free up some resources for. There we go. It's adding the files. Sit here and twiddle my thumbs. I don't really have any interesting stories to tell you other than when you're working with experimenting animation techniques, literally anything can be used to animate. Torn pieces of paper, grains of sand, clay, dirt, actual plant matter. You can go out and get leaves, cut paper, collage. The list is that the real technique is to have your camera be more or less still. So if you have like maybe a camera on your phone, you deploy your pop socket so that it can sit carefully on the table. If you're using a digital camera that's a little fancier, maybe you would attach it to a tripod in a good scenario. I don't expect you guys to have those things at home. So again, when we're experimenting, sweat how it turns out. Just make sure you save and record everything you have. So what we want to do next is hit the Place in Storyboard button. All right. Now, because when you take pictures, the pictures automatically get numbered in a sequence. All right. So right now, it's playing them from chronologically from 3876 all the way down to 3978. So about 100 frames. All right. It took about 100 still pictures in this little experiment. The problem is they're all 3 seconds long. That's way, 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 way too long. So what I want to do again, I wonder if it'll let me select all of them. Not with a right click, but I'm going to select the first one and hit Control A. Yes. All right. This is going to make it way, way easier for us. So Control A, selected all of them, and I'm going to at the same time change their duration from 3 seconds to something less than a second. In fact, probably 0.08 is a good way to go. I think that's the exact timing you use when you did the ball bounce animation. When we were exporting on GIF. So 0.8 seconds, I'll hit enter. Now it's updated. Every frame's going to last 0.8 seconds. I want to create a video from this, so I'm going to hit finish video. All right, 1080p, sure. You know, if it crashes on you or something, you could always make it smaller, but why not make it a good quality video? Let's see. What are other options? Nope, not what it's for. So I'm going to export it to 1080p, and it's going to be called Video Test STAD 1, which stands for Studio Art Design 1, which is you guys' class. All right? So I always like to save things on my desktop. Some of you might be saving in your documents or pictures or videos folder. Some of you may even save stuff in your downloads. As long as you know where it's going, it's fine wherever you send it. I'm going to the desktop, you go to the downloads, as long as you'll know where to find it when you're done, you're good to go. I am going to slap my last name on there. So, yeah, that's STAD1 video test. If I do another experiment, I would probably name it something similar. As long as your last name is somewhere in the file name, I'll know it was done by you. And that's very, very helpful when it comes to grading. So, I'm fairly certain I shot these images on my phone. I don't have the latest, greatest phone. I actually have a really old phone. But the front-facing camera is actually still pretty decent. The selfie camera stinks, but that's okay. All right, here's the video I created. Look at it. Look at it sweet. You can see my hand got kind of caught in there somewhat. All right, simple. Kind of an experimentation with moving things around, having, you know, each bite, I just, you know, peeled it slowly and then started taking a bite each time. So, what do we do? We could share it, but at this point I think we're good. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out. All right, if I want to duplicate project, backup project, backup to a video project, view a file. Oh, I was looking for a save button, but again, this is the built-in choose a backup location. VTB. All right, I guess that's their version of save, and it is. Look, it even says save as. I don't know why they don't just call it save. I'm going to save it right to the desktop. Okay, and that's pretty much it for creating a movie from still images that you took with a camera. Okay, if you were taking the images like when we did the tape migration animation test, that was done using Google Slides. And again, you guys know the Google Slides technique. You can even use Google Slides to create animation with no camera at all if you just move around different shapes and objects that you can drag into the Slides environment. You can even bring in pictures and play with moving pictures around a little bit every single frame, or in that case, slide. So yeah, this is kind of just a good time to play with experimenting on creativity based on some of the ideas you guys came up with, because you guys came up with a lot of really good ideas. You see, I can quickly call some of those up. I'm going to save that archive slides. Oh, I will save that for a different video because it's requiring me to log in and adding a whole bunch of extra steps. So for now, that's how you edit. And close your project. Right. If you want to see some examples, I'm going to attach some of these examples. Oh, that one goes pretty quickly. That's one I did Claymation a year or two ago. Some Google lines. And then I have some stop motion student examples, which I will look back for you. Back in the day when we could do group projects. Pre-COVID. And also, group work makes it a little bit easier to deal with. Unfortunately, that's not an option for us this year due to COVID and online learning, but still pretty cool. So that technique is a term called pixelation. That is not pixels like pixel art. It's pixels like pixies, and that is using human subjects as your model. I recall this one being pretty impressive. Post-it notes on a large photo backdrop. All right, so I'm not expecting anything like that from you guys at the moment, but just know what the possibilities are when you take a little time and have a plan and make it happen. It's a pretty fun thing to work with. So that's all for now. That's how you edit together your videos for stop motion, and I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with.